In the small town of Ravenswood, there was an old, dilapidated radio station that had been abandoned for decades. Locals whispered stories about strange occurrences and eerie sounds emanating from the building, claiming it was haunted. The radio station was known as the Whispering Waves, and its haunting presence had become a dark legend in Ravenswood. One stormy night, a group of adventurous teenagers decided to investigate the rumors surrounding the Whispering Waves. Sarah, a brave and curious girl, led the group through the overgrown path that led to the radio station. Lightning illuminated the sky as they approached the decrepit building, its windows shattered and its walls covered in moss. As they entered the station, a chill ran down their spines. The air was heavy with an unsettling silence, broken only by the distant sound of raindrops hitting the roof. The group split up, each exploring a different room, eager to uncover the secrets of the Whispering Waves. Sarah found herself in the control room, where the old radio equipment lay covered in dust. In the corner, she noticed a broken microphone, its cord hanging loosely. Curiosity got the better of her, and she reached out to touch it. Suddenly, a voice echoed through the room, whispering her name. Startled, Sarah looked around, but there was no one in sight. The voice grew louder, more insistent, and she could feel a presence in the room with her. The microphone seemed to come alive, emitting static and distorted sounds. Fear gripped her heart as the voice grew angrier, demanding her attention. In another room, Mark, one of the teenagers, stumbled upon a pile of old vinyl records. Intrigued, he picked one up and placed it on the dusty turntable. As the needle touched the record, a haunting melody filled the air. The sound was both beautiful and terrifying, as if it was luring him deeper into the darkness of the Whispering Waves. Unable to resist the enchanting music, Mark followed its ethereal notes down a narrow hallway. The walls seemed to close in around him, and the flickering lights cast eerie shadows on the peeling wallpaper. The music grew louder, echoing through the corridors, leading him to a door at the end of the hallway. As Mark opened the door, he found himself in a room filled with old radios. Each one played a different station, but they all emitted the same distorted, otherworldly sound. The room pulsed with a malevolent energy, and Mark felt a cold breath on the back of his neck. He turned around, but there was nothing there. The radios continued to play, their static-filled voices merging into a cacophony of horror. Meanwhile, the rest of the group had gathered in the main broadcasting room. They huddled together, their hearts pounding in their chests, as they heard the whispers growing louder and more frantic. The walls seemed to close in, trapping them in a suffocating nightmare. Suddenly, the radios in the room blared to life, broadcasting a message that sent shivers down their spines. The voice, distorted and filled with malice, warned them to leave or suffer the consequences. Panic consumed them, and they raced towards the exit, desperate to escape the haunting clutches of the Whispering Waves. As the group reached the front door, a deafening scream filled the air. They turned around, horrified, to see the radios exploding one by one, sending shards of glass and metal flying through the room. The building shook violently, as if angered by their intrusion. With adrenaline coursing through their veins, the teenagers fled the Whispering Waves, never to return. The haunting presence of the old radio station continued to linger in their nightmares, a chilling reminder of the horrors they had witnessed. To this day, the Whispering Waves remains abandoned, its haunted radio equipment forever broadcasting its twisted messages to the empty halls. The townspeople of Ravenswood avoid the building, fearful of the malevolent spirits that still dwell within, reminding them that some stories are better left untold.